Welcome. This is the Happy Nomad, also known as Gloria in the real world. I am here at Wroble Farms between Syracuse and Utica, and just got finished picking hops for Saranac. As you can see, I picked a few for my head, but I wanted to give you a tour of what's going on here instead of my face, but I'm happy to see you. Cheers. Saranac, I don't know, can you see this? It's so sunny out. Let me do this. I don't know if you can see this or not. There you go, Saranac. Saranac is the second oldest brewery in the country, followed by Yuengling out of Pennsylvania. The FX Matt Brewery Brewing Company is the second oldest brewery in the country, in the United States. So I'm going to flip over, so just give me a moment and let me give you a tour. It's a little empty at the moment because we're all done picking hops. So let me just, let's say, hey, Comador. If you have any questions, just, let me know. I'll try to answer. It's a little sunny, so it's kind of hard for me to, read. Next weekend, well, I'm going to Florida, and I'm wearing my Key West Brew Fest shirt because I can't wait for that too. Hi, Siam, Comador. Welcome, everybody. So let me give you guys a tour of Wroble Farms. Like I said, we're in upstate New York. We are in between Syracuse and Utica, and they don't only produce hops for Saranac. As you can see, we've got corn over here, and this is my cousin. You've got people relaxing, hanging out. We've got a guitarist because, we work pretty hard. So I'm going to give you a nice little tour. So as a volunteer, they really take care of us. We've got some free beer from Saranac, one of the finest breweries in the country, I'd say. That's in my opinion, in my humble opinion. All right. Let's keep going.
Stick with it.
Beautiful sunny August day. We've also got the Saranac kind of gift shop on site, on premise. All right. And then we've got free food. You can also bring your own food like I did. I brought some marinated portobello mushrooms, which were grilled to perfection. But they're still cooking. Till the very end, they're cooking. We got burgers. We got coleslaw. We got macaroni salad. Again, hot dogs. Burgers. We got fresh cut fries. Yummy. Could you do that one more time? What's your name again?
All right.
What's your name again?
Ed.
Oh, Ed. I thought you said hi twice.
Hi.
And for dessert, we have healthy watermelon, a wonderful summer staple. In upstate New York, summer kind of is ending. Summer ends technically, September 22nd or whatever. And, but up here, it's so cold. We're near Canada, so, it ends sooner. So let's take a little panoramic shot. These are hops. They normally, on average, take about 3 years to grow. We had a bad summer here in upstate New York for hop growth. But here you see the rest of the volunteers who are, the ones that are still here, just chillaxing, having some beer, eating some burgers. Maybe they'll say hello, maybe they won't. Say hi. You're live on Periscope. The whole world is watching you. All right, so let's go back to the hops. I just got finished picking a whole bunch of Cascade hops. And the cool thing is, not only do volunteers, we work hard for what we're doing. Luckily, we're in a tented, shaded area. So whether it's sunny or it's rainy, either way. But the cool thing is, the beer that's produced from the hops that we pick comes out in February, and Saranac graciously invites us in February to a special party where we get to taste that beer first before it's even available to the public. So that's really cool. All right, so how beautiful is this? Seriously, I do love upstate New York. Not just for the beer, although this is beer country. So the porta potties are not that interesting, but I said I would give you a full tour, and you know what? That's reality. When you drink beer, hey, you gotta have plenty, and they better be clean. And they are. So we've got... So they're asking volunteers to get together for a group shot. But see all these tables? These were all full of hops that we all had to pick. And then we put them into these buckets. And, you know, we just kind of dump them. All right, so is there a question? I can't see. You had 2 porta potties at your summer party. Hey, but if you had a party, you just pee like on the side, or you squat somewhere. Truth be told. So as empty as it looks, a couple hours ago there were tons of people here, but we worked our asses off. So not in your 40s, LOL. What does that mean? Who, moi? Are you talking about me? I'm not in my 40s? All right, so no, I don't know what you're talking about, and not in your 40s. Anyway, so we got a little bit of live music. Everybody's walking right now to get the group shot. So at some point, I'll make my way over there to be in the group shot. And we're in farm country. So that's pretty much the tour. And let me show you what we picked. I mean, everything's gone because it's been picked, but here are some of the hops that were left. As you saw in the beginning of the broadcast, I was wearing a hop halo, or whatever you want to call it. These are the leftover vines. And then we've got the sound engineer, who, when the guitarist isn't playing. Do I work for Saranac? No, I actually don't. This was a total volunteer event. Everybody that picked hops on a volunteer basis. And like I said, they fed us, they provided us with as much beer as we wanted. And like I said, see all these people? We're all walking for the group photo, so I'm going to join that in a moment. But let me just give you a little shot. Excuse me, gentlemen. I just want to do a little shot of these are some of the hops that were picked today purely by volunteers such as myself. So let's go the back way. If I'm not answering your questions, it's only because it's really sunny out and I can't see. But yeah, I mean, this is a great experience. This is my 2nd year doing this. So let me just, any questions? I'm going to stop for 1 second. Let me see your questions. Oh, what are you complimenting? I don't know what you're complimenting, but thank you for your compliments. The idea, it's the whole concept of this, look at this. They mean it. Saranac, pour your soul into it. We picked our soul into it. Again, Saranac, FX Matt Brewing Company, out of Utica, New York. Look them up if you don't know who they are already. And I think I'm going to grab my cousin for a group shot. So thanks a lot. More hops. You're going to see hops. You're going to see corn. But you're not going to have corn in your beer here. Some places do. Any last questions anybody might have? I'm here. Okay, let me see what you just wrote, because it's goddamn sunny. We hope your hops are in our pumpkin something. Enjoy, have fun. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to sign off because we're going to walk over to the whatchamacallit, the group shot for volunteers. But these are the men and women who actually work for the brewery. They work hard. They work out of Utica for the most part. Hi, you're on Periscope, so the whole world is seeing you.
Oh, hey, live streaming on Periscope.
Hi, live streaming. Yes, you know about Periscope?
Who doesn't?
I like that answer. Hey, does anybody have any questions for any of these people who work for the brewery? I've been answering as much as I could as a volunteer before I walk over for the group shot. Anyone? Anyone? But they had a variety of things. You've got your pumpkin ale. Yes, it is that time of year, folks. Darktoberfest, which is new, right? Tell me about that.
At least it's the second year of that. It's 6%, sort of a cross between a darker lager and an Oktoberfest. It's a really malty, one of my favorites.
Excellent. What can you tell me about the pale ale, which for me is kind of like your flagship in my mind?
It is one of our flagships. 5.5%, very malty, bready English-style pale ale. Uses a special hop infusion process on it, so it has sort of a nice hop finish to it, but it's very balanced.
Excellent. What's your name?
I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom. I've met you before. I'm the Happy Nomad.
Very good.
And what can you tell me about this pumpkin ale?
Pumpkin ale, it's 5.1%. We use real pumpkin puree. It's actually based off of a pumpkin pie recipe from one of our brewer's wives. It's very balanced, not too much pumpkin to it. It isn't overpowering. And, well, of course, it's one of our standbys. We have it every single year. People love it.
May I have a sip? Because I normally do not like pumpkin ale, so when I say a sip, I mean a sip. Well, 2 sips. Because if you didn't know this already, people, you need to have 2 sips to really, right? To really be able to judge. People say, oh, let me have a little taste. No. I'm too lazy to turn this back on me, but I'll tell you what I think. And in the meantime, let's look at the bear as I try.
You gotta go to the picture. Get a beer, Tom.
Sure thing.
It's cold. It's refreshing. And it's actually not sweet. See, the thing you know what? The thing I don't like about pumpkin ales, what's your name, Tom?
Tom.
The thing I don't like about pumpkin ales is sometimes they taste like pumpkin pie. That was great. So, all right, we're going to do the group photo shot. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
For what? Thank you. We're going to do a group shot now.